Welcome into a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week presented by Tosh, Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. Region 5 battle, the Viewmont Vikings and the Box Elder Bees.
Well, there's a number of Vikings who have had fantastic seasons this year. Lydia Pitt, the sophomore, starting as the keep for the Vikings.
And we're underway in our Tosh Game of the Week. Box Elder and Viewmont, and Box Elder in control here to start going to that far side. And Dane, it'll be interesting to watch the beginning of this match. You talk about that 1-0 in the first matchup is really the aggressiveness here in the early minutes of this one.
And one of the things that will be interesting, you look at this Viewmont squad, Dusty, and over the course of the year, particularly in region play, they've had a lot of close matches. They've found ways to pull it out. It's been one of the big keys for Coach Kennington and his Lady Vikings. And
for Viewmont, I mean, this is traditionally, a soccer school, boys and girls. And you think of the girls program the last few years, the state championships kind of gone by the boards thanks to being around Davis for all those years in the same classification, going through that run that Davis had, and now an opportunity playing so well right now to be contenders in 5A.
Well, Spencer Kennington, the head coach of the Viewmont team, also the head coach of the boys team, and of course that boys team made it all the way to the state championship game last year before falling to Alta. So he's got a nice program going here, both the boys and girls sides.
And you look at Box Elder girls sports, Dana, have done so well. We talked about it a lot. The volleyball team wins the state championship a year ago. You've had the basketball team the last couple of years have been very, very good. I was expecting to look down the roster and see Emily Isaacson, but I remember she played volleyball. But why not play volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball? But a little surprised and somewhat disappointed. Nice contest there in midfield. Tried to do a little two-way touch and couldn't get there. Taken away by Hannah Cosper. And we'll throw in with Viewmont. It is a hot, hot day. Just because it's almost fall doesn't mean it doesn't still feel like summer.
Yeah, they have the sprinklers on the turf pregame, and one of the nice features of some of these newer turf fields that you see across the state, trying to cool that down.
Chip that one ahead, able to track it down, see if Viewmont can get a shot on goal, and they can't. Nice job of getting that one out of play by Kate Johnson. They get that one in, out nearly head into her own goal. Nice job of coming out and getting that one. The young sophomore keep, Haley Zalea. And let's see if the Bees can get on the move here. Along that far side, it's hard to see where that line is, and now we'll go back to Viewmont. And
I think early on, these two teams obviously playing each other. They have an idea of the type of style they want to play. This Viewmont team, Dusty, really built on defense. I mean, you look, they're 4-1 in region play. They've only scored 7 goals and given up 1, so they're really going to try to lock you down in the midfield, defend well. And for Box Elder, boy, an early goal would go a long way if they can find a way to get in the back of the net. Not surprised to see Box Elder try to be aggressive on the attack.
And we'll stay with Viewmont. And then a quick throw in, Shaylee Haywood. Covered up by the tent, but now in midfield. And we'll go the other way with Box Elder.
Not bad, huh?
Can't you just do that? I mean, I said a lot of games with some fans, like, why can't they just score already? What?
Well, I've heard critiquing from non-soccer people about how low-scoring soccer can be and the frustration therein. Box Elder with a chance if they can keep it in.
Yeah, they could not track that one down. And I think maybe one of the disadvantages of a lot of these football fields now going turf is the speed. You're not getting that ball killed nearly as well as you are on natural grass.
Trying to send one up ahead with Sid Anderson. I think she was off.
Offside, yeah. If it looks too good to be true in soccer, it normally is. So we'll bring that one all the way back. No runouts. See if the Bees can take advantage. Get this one deep into the Vikings zone, and then now they're able to control it down there. So back to the midfield.
Nice job there, stepping up by Daniels, Dusty. Able to mark and push that ball out.
Lily Tate at midfield has everyone taken away. And again, try to do a little two-man game there and unable to keep control. So you talked about it earlier. Built on defense, built in really collapsing in the midfield, and you saw it right there.
Nice job with Viewmont there, spacing on that back line. Just a couple of Box Elder attackers, but able to keep that spacing true and get the ball out of that defensive third.
Try to lob that one ahead and got a chance here.
Here
comes a shot on goal and just off the mark. Got a good foot on it, but just Brooke could not get that one to go and a little wide. And again, it'll be a stay in control here with Viewmont.
Great job by Allen, able to settle that ball out of the air to her teammate. Help the Vikings control that.
Again, try to drop this one in, and Boxell, they're able to defend it. Again, toward the midfield, and Lily Tate will take it away. And again, Viewmont see if they can lob one down in the zone. There goes one ahead. Wurzlin giving chase, but she's not going to be able to beat. I believe it was Kate Johnson.
Box Elder in just the first couple of minutes have been able to evade that. But gonna have to shore up that defensive line.
And that one goes out. We'll throw in with the Bees. Certainly, the last few minutes, this ball has been dominated by Viewmont, and will continue to be. Again, throw in near the near side, and it'll be thrown quickly back in by Haywood. And the pressure still on from the Vikings. See if they can get a shot on goal here. Wurzlin has that one right off the defender. And that chance goes by the boards, and we'll throw in with Viewmont around midfield.
Great job by Anderson, able to sneak by the defensive Oki. Dusty thought she maybe had an opportunity to get a shot off. Tried to give it back to her teammates, and that Box Elder defense able to come up with the possession.
We'll tell you that this region, just in the first 9 minutes-ish that we've been watching, plays a little faster than another region that I've been in this year, as far as throwing the ball back in.
Here at Viewmont, they're going to work those throw-ins fast.
I know you just hit 1 year in marriage, but you realize that your wife's a lot more helpful than we are.
Someone else will do it.
So throw in, and again, Box Elder just kicks it right back out. I know we're meters in soccer, but...
No, it's yards.
Okay, it is yards.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go yards.
Most professional pitches don't have that luxury of the yard marks, but it's quite convenient in high school, especially when you're calling out, strikes. Helps with the accuracy to note the distance. Is Box Elder possessing here?
Again, having a hard time getting through the midfield of the Vikings, and they won't.
There's one of those opportunities that we talked about a little earlier. An opportunity to control through the midfield and a straight giveaway from Box Elder.
And you see it again. It's going to get through the midfield. There's Wurzlin. I thought maybe get a sneak one by, but
it's a nice ball back to Hoppe.
And Hoppe with the move here. Now a chance maybe here for the Bees, Dane.
Staying on side there. This play on.
Try to dribble through and can't.
Great defense by Snell, Dusty. Just not giving up any room around the perimeter, and Viewmont able to break it up.
It was Tate able to take that one away. Here comes Haywood. Finally sends it ahead with her foot and not her hands. And we got offside.
Yeah, off. And I'm not quite sure if Sid wasn't expecting that. Certainly had the positioning, but as you could see, off.
So a free kick in, and again, let's see if Box Elder can get something out of this. And keep hearing whistles, and it's throwing me off a minute.
I think it's football practice going on behind us. I think.
Always got to interrupt our girls' coverage.
Can't we just let girls soccer have the spotlight for?
Well, it's funny. So I did out to Brighton a couple weeks ago, and football practice was going on. It threw me off that whole game. I kept stopping. Really physical there in the midfield, but again, Viewmont able to get the ball back. Jesse Allen, but then again, lost that one. Hoppe able to take it away.
Yeah, nice job. I don't know if Allen felt that pressure coming from behind, as Hoppe was just able to sneak up on her, win it.
Well, Allen takes that one away. Again, Viewmont's midfield doing their job. And here goes one ahead. Now here comes a free runner.
Cosper running with her.
France, a nice move. See if she can set her up with the right foot. Couldn't quite get a good look at it. Again, continue to dribble through. Gets a shot. No, she won't. I mean, that was Hoppe that came in and get her foot on that, but then it goes off of Boxelder, and I think we'll have a corner. Right at the net and able to head out there by Boxelder. See, they drop it right back in. Haywood. Then it goes through the box and through the back. So
that's cheaper than your quote-unquote value meal these days, huh? That's a fantastic deal. A lot better for you, too.
Back when the only time it was better was in the mid-'90s. It was $3.89. How I remember, I don't know.
I remember that. You know how I got my little spare tire, Dusty? It was in high school. Burger King used to do the 2 Whoppers for $2 thing, and that's like got to be what, 3,500 calories?
Mine was off Amish food in Pennsylvania. So.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
And Stromboli in Philadelphia. See, guys in the box. No, but the Big Mac was $3.89. I mean, that was one of those things. Only knew that because I've got like every Batman Forever mug that they had at that time. But thus we digress. I kind of belabored it a little bit here. The midfield's done such a nice job of getting control back. Boxeller's not really had many big chances, and Viewmont's had a couple of chances that they haven't got even a good look on goal yet.
But you're right, Dusty. The possession has been controlled by Viewmont. We don't keep that stat, but I mean, we're in our 15th minute. I would guess that around 10 of that has been possessed, at least 10 by Viewmont.
But it's interesting when you watch these matches, Dane, it's just sooner one thing is going to give out. And right now the feel for me is the defensive pressure and the inability for Boxeller to maintain possession deep inside that Viewmont zone. Sooner or later is going to win out in favor of Viewmont, the way that it feels at the moment. And we'll still throw in once again with the Vikings, as here's Willie Tate drop it in. They got numbers. Here's a center, got a chance here on the cross, and just could not get a good foot on that ball. Took a little in-between hop there. Nice job of coming out and getting that one.
The officials ruling that she did not, so it's a kick from the 6.
And that one goes out again from Boxeller, and so we'll continue to deep possession here for. So throw in.
And turned over. A pass in between a couple of Bs, and once again Viewmont. And interesting as the flag goes up there on the offside call.
So deep free kick here for Boxeller. It'd be nice to see a 60-yard-ish kick it over the midfield and just get through the alligators, like Pitfall. But unable to do that as Lily Tate able to take it back. There's Sid Anderson, and then again, see if Boxeller can get out of the midfield and get it into the zone, but they won't be able to do so. And now able to chase this one down, but it goes out, and we'll throw in with Boxeller.
Well, unfortunate. The Bees keep, Dusty, they keep playing it in between their teammates, and Viewmont's done a really nice job defensively of filling those gaps and not allowing Bees players to come up on the run to possess.
So quick throw in here. Again, Boxeller. Nice pressure from Jesse Allen, and now that one taken away. And again, unable to keep control. And another quick throw in for the Bees. Nice pressure by Haywood. And able to clear it out, so we'll throw back around the Boxeller end of the field.
Look at the pressure coming up immediately by Landry Evans. I mean, we talk about Viewmont taking the ball away, and when you're able to get that kind of pressure when marking, it's no wonder they've been great on the possession in this first half.
Maybe something developing here for Boxeller. So they get across, something to set up. And again, the defensive pressure from the Vikings comes through and able to send that one out. I believe that was Samantha Bowen.
Let's see, I'm trying to think, is that the first time that the ball's been in the box of the Viewmont defense?
If that might be
the second.
Might be the second.
It's not been often.
But if you were if you were doing digital marketing, you wouldn't be able to follow them because they wouldn't have been there long enough to actually mark that they were there. So
Coach Keddington said they'll run a lot of subs. And Dusty, when you run as much as Viewmont has tried to do in this first half, you got to keep those legs fresh.
legs feed the wolves is what someone tells me all the time.
Ah, great movie, great sport too.
If you're going to play this kind of pressure, you got to be able to
right.
You got to run legs out
Yeah.
there. Holly Glenn coming on. Again, see if the Bees can do something. And then again, right in the foot of Olivia Smith. And Smith in a battle and able to win out the Vikings as Evans sends this one ahead.
This one well off.
Easy clear. But now pressure right back on from Viewmont.
Interesting. I mean, Box Elder played it. So they let the play pursue. Now maybe a chance going the other way on the counter.
Tried a big swing and goes right off the defender. And that one's going to go back to Viewmont. Well, again, the defense from the Vikings able to thwart any type of possible threat from Box Elder. It's a pretty decent foot on that one. But again, controlled cleanly by the sophomore Keep. Again, not able to clear it through that midfield as Tate pops this one up. Box Elder trying to play through. And, man, that was dangerous.
Yeah.
Could have been costly.
It was a nice recovery by Reynolds that time because, Dusty, you're right, almost had one-on-one for Viewmont offensively.
Here comes Kappa. Kappa sends ahead and handled cleanly by Lydia Pitts.
Like the mindset there by Hoppe. Try to get a run that time from Brecklin Call, and that's what Box Elder can do to really try to put some pressure on this Viewmont squad. We talk about their spacing, but the moment you start sending some of those balls over the top, it's going to push that defense back a little bit and maybe open up some things for better possession.
Now that right now, that quick throw in once you spread them out. So we look out for the Bees. Up and out. You can see if Box Elder can get in some type of threat, but time goes off the foot of a Viking defender.
Dusty, even right there, you already see some better spacing by the Bees. Look at that. Just like that, Box Elder now going to be able to head to the corner.
And it's bending away from goal, and that quickly cleared out by Viewmont. Can they drop it back in? And again, opportunity by the wayside. Coming quickly the other way with Olivia Smith. And we'll go back the other way with Box Elder. 15 minutes, 5 seconds left in the half. And a match that's been controlled by Viewmont's defense.
But even that being said, Dusty, the last 5 minutes or so, you've started to see Box Elder get a little more possession. Some of their spacing's been better.
Love the effort. Love the effort there from Holly Glenn. That goes off of her, but again, send this one ahead. And you start looking for one of those little quirky bounces, but it did not come.
Yeah, nice job by Oki once again. Dusty, she's been solid on that back line today for Box Elder.
Battle there from Glenn, Sheen Smith. And now Box Elder does clear it out. Tate Smith trying to touch it through. Now Glenn trying to dribble through, and again, that midfield of the Vikings just making it really, really difficult on Boxelder, and then having to retreat back to go get that one is Kate Johnson. And that'll be a throw in here with Viewmont at around the 15-yard line.
How about the closing speed of Evans that time, Dusty? It felt like Kate Johnson had all the time in the world. Next thing she knows, Evans is right there.
Try to get this one through. That's still not away. And now finally cleared out. That's one of those balls that's going to keep bouncing right in front of there, and it's going to get punched in. Lily Tate with the corner on a line. Olivia Smith tried to get control, and it's cleared out by Boxelder. Nice job by the Bees. Look at Sage Jensen, number 2. Try to get through there, but again, nice job coming up. Lily Tate stifled that pass.
It's interesting, Dusty. I mean, you look at the spacing on the field right now. There's 3 Boxelder attackers on the attacking end of midfield. Everyone else on the defensive end.
Yeah, and luckily for them, it was an offside because I say with all those, all the kits on this side of the field, they must have went right through.
But you know, we talk about the spacing and possession, and with such a defensive mindset right now, and I can understand why that's the case. It's hard to have that possession when 8 bodies are back on your defensive half.
Try to push that one through, and it goes all the way out. Throw in with Viewmont. Not going to have a lot of it, but Dane in 5A has been kind of interesting watching how this year's unfolding. What we know is Corner Canyon seems to be pretty doggone good once again.
Yeah.
And they might get deep in the tournament if one of the two of us does not pick them to go deep in the tournament.
First round, difficult matches because some of these regions go pretty deep. In fact, this Region 5 pretty deep itself.
You know, it's always how that lines up too. No matter what state tournament it is what is your region matchup for the state tournament? Because it could, I mean, that changed lots of things. Here comes a run out opportunity, come out to get that one. Does the young Keep Zalea able to come up and get that one? And never a shot for Coons.
You know, one of those things where as a Keep, you've got maybe a second to make that decision whether you're going to come out and play that or let that one come back to you. And nice job by Zalea that time, making the right decision.
It's either play or be played.
Yep.
Goalkeeping and dating. I mean, it's just, you gotta make that decision.
The thing that is so tough, and you'll see this, occasionally, is you misjudge that, and you get that ball played over the top, and it's an easy goal. You see that a couple times a year. Some space. Boy.
Could not push that one through, and again, the midfield getting the job done for the Vikings. I feel like I've just said the same things over and over again every couple of minutes. A lot of contact, and it'll be a little free kick here with Viewmont.
Yeah, I'm not quite certain where the boundary is, Centerville versus Bountiful. But, one of the things that... Oh, boy, this ball makes it through.
Comes a chance here, Sydney Anderson. And again, the young sophomore Keep coming up big. There's Alea, wise decision.
You talk about the speed of turf, Dusty, and we've seen a couple of those balls that have just been hard to catch up to on this turf here at Viewmont. The thing I was about to say is the proximity between the V and the B on the mountain.
Yeah.
Certainly close here up north.
I love the patriotic look of the V right now. Obviously,
right?
We're a week removed from the actual, Tuesday, September 11th, and beautiful tribute.
Nice recovery there from Coons. I thought she might have run past that one. Excuse me, that wasn't
That was
Coons,
Wurzlin.
Yeah, Wurzlin.
It's hard. That 29-23 got me
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah. And they're both so fast. And again, another opportunity maybe here for the Vikings, but unable to get there. Nice job of coming up, getting on out of play was Allison Reynolds. And that one goes out. So
Yeah, I think Box Elder's started to settle into the match a little bit. You look at the last 10, 15 minutes, Dusty, I think they've been better. But I think Viewmont is still obviously been able to possess. I think their spacing's been really good. But if you're Box Elder, get to the half, a handball there. Get to the half scoreless, right? And you've got an opportunity to make some halftime adjustments, maybe come out and pull out a win here on the road. But you give up one late in a situation like this, it's almost a backbreaker.
especially off a handball.
Right.
So, I mean, that's something I would do, but I don't play a ton of soccer. So, the ball gets near my hand. Of course I'm going to grab it. And it's... there was just a minute there. Because the lady had that bobble. And you're waiting for... You got to be there for your pickups.
Yeah. We talk about, Dusty, some of the passing of Box Elder has been off a little bit. Some of the timing for those runs for Viewmont's been just delayed. And it's slowed it down just enough to where they haven't been able to catch up. And some of those balls ahead, opportunities for finishes.
Maybe an opportunity here for Box Elder. Sends
Nice
this
ball.
one through and just got a foot on. That ball slowed up. I thought it was going to keep going. And they're going to say, no, the contact there was just there.
Yeah, Box Elder wanted a foul there, and I didn't quite see one. I thought it was a great recovery by Viewmont defensively.
It was a good tackle. Without a football tackle,
Yeah.
no less. Into the box. And again, the Bees hitting the deck, but again, no contact there to mar any type of whistle. And this one goes down, and we'll throw in with the Vikings minute before stoppage. And this one throw-in goes through. Here comes the chase. Sid Anderson, she's going to track it down. She's got a tough angle. Now left foot. Top shelf and through. And it's a Viewmont Vikings goal. 25 seconds before stoppage.
38th minute, and we've talked about Viewmont's tried to do that, Dusty, get those long balls, allow their strikers to catch up to it. Sid Anderson makes a beautiful turn with it. One-on-one and able to finish, Dusty, one of those backbreakers late in the first half.
The left foot was itching. She was holding possession of the right foot. You see her setting it up. And she finds the corner of the net. Viewmont, we mentioned earlier, had been flirting with it. And not only that, Box Elder allowed a lot of possession here for Viewmont throughout this first half and finally gave way as we are now in stoppage time. And this is going to go on Viewmont. So here comes a chance for Box Elder. Gets a good foot on it, and it's a little wide.
Tried to come near side, and the run prevented by the Viewmont defense. A great job without the ball of shading away. It might have been Ramos there for Box Elder. Or at least the intended recipient of the pass.
Again, trying to work a little two-man, couldn't do it. Taken away by Olivia Smith. And again, the midfield there for the Vikings, but now maybe an opportunity here for the Bees. Stoppage time's going to be coming to a close here soon. They got to get into the box. So they send ahead, and here comes a whistle. Again, pressure there from the defense, and there comes away. Sid Anderson sends this one ahead. Wurzlin giving chase.
Great job by Oki.
Yeah. Very good job, and I thought maybe we'd have the end of the half here, but going to be able to throw in.
center just checked his watch. And there it is.
And that'll do it for the first half. Sydney Anderson is the difference. At the end of one half of play, it is Viewmont 1, Box Elder 0. You're watching a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week, presented by Tosh, your orthopedic specialty hospital.
Dusty, so many great options at Tosh. We talked about the Tosh Fit program. Also have performance training available. Call 801-314-2996 to take advantage of those, and all sorts of deals going on around both of those programs right now. Go visit the experts at Tosh to make yourself better at whatever your pursuit you're interested in pursuing.
Something big for me too is they have a dietitian as well. So part of your performance training, you learn how to eat, you learn what's going to be the best fuel for you to help you get better. And can't recommend them any more than that. 801-314-2996. And we'll have a throw-in with Viewmont, and it was Viewmont getting a goal late at the end of the first half, Dane. And
in about the 38th minute with that goal, but two now Box Elder playing from behind, and a team that they had, maybe a scoring opportunity or two in that first half, but struggled to get a shot off. In fact, I don't even know if they registered a shot in that first half. And so now playing from behind, Viewmont did a great job of possessing in that first half, and if they can possess for another 40 minutes, this is a W that will create a little bit of separation in the Region 5 standings.
Nice job putting some pressure on that defense, and that goes out. It'll be corner here for the Vikings.
Dusty, that is really built defensively.
Get the header on, but right in the hands of the sophomore keep. It's Leo there. I didn't get to see who got their head on that ball.
I was going to say, the highest number of goals they scored in a region match this year is 2. They did net 3 in a win earlier this year in a non-region game.
That ball is right off the head of Holly Glenn. We talk about the fears of football. I mean, not even plastic on her head.
We won't get into that. That's a topic for off mic. But
if you don't know, that's our podcast. I'm just joking. If you have interest in that, let us know. We'll do this off mic podcast with Dane and Dusty.
I kind of like that idea, huh?
The funny thing would be is that it is on mic, but we'd have to.
That way we just don't make certain sponsors angry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other sponsors, maybe.
And that throw-in goes right into the hands of Zalea.
Speaking of an off-mic conversation, but it pertains to soccer.
Okay.
And one of the things that I just don't quite understand, and I mean, I don't know what the explanation is. In soccer, you've got 38 minutes of measured time, and then you've got, the last 2 minutes they stop the scoreboard, and then it's up to the official's discretion. In the playoffs, semis, and championships, they go directly based off the scoreboard clock. I don't get it.
I don't understand either. I don't know if it's the need to clear the field. It's not like you ever have an extension of 15 minutes or anything like that.
Yeah.
And again, another corner here for Viewmont.
Defense there by Reynolds for Box Elder.
Last year was one of the first ones I actually went to. I remember being kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
Lily Tate on a line. That's why you do sit-ups there, folks. And a corner kick cast asunder there. Is Tate possessing here in the midfield. Again, trying to drop it in. And
well, I thought maybe had a run there for Cosper.
I don't know if you're going to have a touch on that, though.
Yeah, there might have been a little too much heat on that one for her to catch up to.
It was too good to be true if it got through.
Right. Which we learned about that in the first half, right?
Yeah, right. Because they talk about every goal in soccer is considered a miracle. And as that one goes out as well. Look out for our videos. Deseret News Rewind is the football videos are out. We'll be doing girls soccer video getting out this week as well. Next week will be volleyball.
Yeah, in fact, the state championship, October 19th. So we are 31 days away.
Just missing UEA weekend.
It is UEA weekend.
No, it is UEA weekend.
Yeah.
Free kick here for Box Elder. And then they just want to squirt through, and here they did. Again, trying to set one up, and again, thrown out. But you look at Brecklin Beck. She's never had quite the possession that you thought she'd have there. Call throws that one in. And it's going to be a corner here for Box Elder. The last corner was spoiled pretty quickly. This one on the line. Get off the bounce off the foot. And, oh, nice defense there from Viewmont. But then we got a foul in the box, and this is going to be a point-blank PK here.
Handball in the box, Dusty.
Can call tie us up at 1. Goes far post and in. It's a Box Elder goal with 32:20 left in the second half. And we're equal at 1. And my thought on most things is if you make it quickly, I'm usually okay with it. And in that instance, it was pretty quick. They didn't wait. But again, and not only that, we're some 90 yards away. But also, the player was a little shocked as well.
Yeah, well, and so interesting to see how both sides respond, right?
Yeah.
You can respond angry and kind of pick it up, or you can respond deflated. And I think we'll learn a lot about this Viewmont team. We talk about a lot of close matches, Dusty. But only the second goal they've given up in region play.
But again, if Box Elder can bottle some of the magic, try to send this one ahead. And Viewmont able to get it out, but it'll be a throw in around the 2, maybe 1 yard line. And that one just mishandled there by Glenn.
Yeah, see if Viewmont can find that game winner. Or if Box Elder can come up with what would be a huge road victory.
Call with the moon, or with the prayer.
But that tie would give you a point. And should Viewmont be able to take care of Roy, then that point would be enough to lift Box Elder to a number 2 seed potentially, should they take care of the rest of their region schedule. And that'd be good enough for a region home game or for a playoff home game.
And Brooklyn Call able to get that one waving the midfield, send this one ahead. Able to get through a couple of Viking defenders, but just a little too much mustard on that one. Not a little bit of contact for Haley Jarman to get to that one. They had a good look on their last corner. Just wanted to lob it up a little bit more, and a lot of contact in the box. Nothing coming. In fact, they call it on Box Elder.
I think that time Jarman a little confused. She hit the turf, and the referee ruled that she actually initiated the contact, hence the foul. She disagreed with the call.
But it must be something about this end of the field, Dane.
Right?
As here comes another opportunity, but nice defense there by Viewmont. Lydia Anderson, I probably know is number 32.
Savannah Gibbons.
Yeah, thank you. Saw the 3 and...
Boy, should Viewmont win this game, that's like player of the game worthy, because that was almost Box Elder behind the defense.
And quickly taken away by the defense of Viewmont. And mishandled now.
You know, Dusty, one thing we haven't talked about, but maybe part of what we're seeing here, we talk about maybe it's that south end. There is a pretty good wind going right now, north to south. And with soccer, you get wind behind some of those tall kicks, allow them to help push that offense down the field. Maybe that's some of the explanation behind what we're seeing.
Very studious of you. That's why you have an MBA right there.
You know, that's they don't call him the best analyst in the business for nothing.
And you are an analyst in more ways than one. So I didn't put that one together, but again, we'll throw in here with Viewmont around the 2 yard line. And Viewmont, they were in control that entire first half. As our scoreboard operator, our intern, will get our scoreboard updated.
I think they just dropped a full letter grade.
Tell you one thing, their professor will hear about it. Good, he got it done. So, if you want to learn more about the internship program, hit us up at highschoolrewind@gmail.com. Oh, one well off the noggin. And then again, try to sneak that one through the defense as Halpa at the midfield. There's a nice pressure there by, again, Viewmont. And they got a foul there on Jesse Allen.
Oki going to put this in play relatively quickly.
That has been the name of the game today. The throwing's been quick. The kicks have been quick.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. Some other teams have, that I've watched this year have been a little more academic with throw-ins and other things. Not so here. It reminds me of the Box Elder baseball team in 2007. Jordan Brinkerhoff. I mean, that kid was a terrific pitcher. He didn't waste any time on the mound. They didn't even go watch Tanner Robles, who was one of the best pitchers in the state, never lost a game. He took a sweet time on the mound.
Good thing we have a pitch clock now, huh? At least in minor leagues.
Hey, all I know is we got the play clocks on, so they haven't know how to use it. How do you even think about it? As we got a foul. I know I'm gonna give this Viewmont. So action was fast and furious there for a moment. Going back and forth here. Is Oki gonna kick this one away? 25 minutes remaining in the second half. Is Jesse Allen will come off in favor of Olivia Smith.
Through the 55th minute here. I think it's pretty easy to see a bounce back from Box Elder, Dusty. In this second half, I think they look like a very different team than what we saw in the first half.
Very different. When you get that goal, I mean,
right.
All of a sudden there comes that belief.
But you see even them possessing there in the midfield. And I know there's a giveaway there, but
We got 3-on-1, and that's a tough one to win. As we got a foul.
The center not going to grant it. There's some confusion there by the players.
Yeah.
He's just saying, hey, play on.
The far was on, waving.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
hey. And the center came and said, nay, nay. You'll throw in.
Game on.
Game on. Olivia Smith try to left get across. Nice defense there by Glenn, I believe that was. And now coming in from the back line to come get that one was Sage Jensen.
Boy, Tate was just waiting for that ball to come. And again, we talked about the difference in Box Elder in this second half. Displayed greatly there by Sage Jensen. Just getting to the ball first.
So didn't try to go after that one, but again, come out to get that is.
Now this one ruled offside.
Again, another ball here from Oki. And now Call. Run up this near side. Mishandled that one. Probably thought it was going to be a pretty good look there, Dane, and just did not get a good foot on that one for Mylan Daniels.
Yeah, I love the bit of a weave we saw from Colin Daniels that time to help create this opportunity. What can Box Elder do with it?
Drop this one into the box, and coming up and getting that one is Lydia Pitt.
Well, only a sophomore, but a keen decision there from Pitt. That's a difficult play to make.
Alpa having to get that one into the deep as the other sophomore keep. Zelaya able to clear that one out. A lot of contact there in midfield. Smith trying to get her foot on that one. Try to get it ahead, and that one's sitting right back. Now the midfield from Box Elder has been very good here in the second half, Dane.
Very good. They've done a great job winning some of those balls. The passing, Dusty, I think has been the biggest difference.
That was a nice take there by Sage Jensen, but broken up by the back line of Viewmont.
Boy, great idea. She had Jarman making a run in the middle of the box, but that Viewmont defense making the play again.
A lot of contact and the foul going against Viewmont on Lily Tate. So free kick, and again, see they drop this one in. Oki will put foot to ball. "21 minutes left here. Oki from long range, and it's nice save there by Lydia Pitt.
Great job tracking that ball, Dusty. I figured she was going to try to serve one up for her teammate. Instead, it goes right on frame, and boy, Lydia Pitt makes an impressive save to punch that one over the crossbar, and we'll have the corner.
We'll go corner from the far side as Brooklyn Call will sojourn across the field there, but that was a great ball there from Oki.
Great ball. That one from about 35 yards out.
And here comes the corner on a line. They can't get ahead on it. And we'll go with Viewmont. What are you looking for here in the last 18 minutes, staying before stoppage?
Well, if you're Viewmont, I'm looking to just simplify things a little bit. Get back to how you played in that first half. Keep some of the balls low on the turf. Precision passing. I think they got to get back in kind of that comfortable mode that they showed in that first half. For Box Elder, I keep the pressure on. I think they've done a great job of being the aggressor here in the second half, and I'd keep doing it.
Yeah, penalty there. Thought would be a little interesting there. Logan Totter. We hadn't done the uniform thing yet. I mean, like the All Blacks from Viewmont. Sharp.
Yeah.
Lydia Tate did not get the best foot on that one.
I think that's one of those where settling a little bit if you're Viewmont. End up taking a strike 40 yards out. Obviously didn't get it on frame, but on Viewmont, I'm just looking to settle things down a little bit. Try to get into passing play, open up some lanes, potentially get a shot from 20 yards or so. Try to cut that down a little bit.
And that one went hard off the shins of Call, but nice job of coming up and getting that pickup there. Call can't save it. See the quick throw in probably here from Viewmont. Thought he might have a run there. Call able to get back toward midfield. And Halpa tracks it down.
Nice can.
Go flying in there. Nice job there by Kendi Johnson. And that one got...
But fortunate because Tata ran right by it.
Nice defense there by Jesse Allen. And now Call going to chase it down here near side and see where they go with the Bees. And a nice job there by Landry Evans. But again, quickly taken away by Box Elder.
Go, Sid. Come on.
And it's another run out here, Sydney Anderson. Oki able to get back, put pressure on. Kendi Johnson. Sydney Anderson, and good defense here from Box Elder. Anderson trying to dribble through, and now taken away, but not only that, got a foul on Box Elder.
Well, I'm not quite certain where that foul was, but the center calling it, and it'll be a free kick opportunity here for Box Elder.
Now, to this call, I mean, we've seen this a lot today, though. I mean,
Yeah.
for what it is, they've called it a lot. It'll be Gibbons handling the free kick here.
When we talk about an opportunity for Oki taking a shot direct on frame, do we see the same thing here from Savannah Gibbons?
Does Zalea have something in her? And through the uprights, but the wrong sport.
Almost went in the tire down there. That would have been a great golf shot too, huh?
Substitution for the Lady Vikes, Libby Gaines. Number 23, Ashley Coons. And for the Lady Bees, number 11.
You know, we talk about the Viewmont defense, Dusty, but how about the Box Elder defense on that one? You've got Sid Anderson, who has the lone goal for Viewmont in this match, one-on-one. And that whole Box Elder team able to come back, and Dusty, they don't give up a shot on frame.
And so many opportunities. This has been different because not as many have been there for Viewmont.
Yeah. Great takeaway there by Snell.
Here Gaines trying to track it down here in the corner. And good defense there from Box Elder. Now try to get toward the middle of the box, and that went right past the foot. I just took a tough hop there on Ashley Coons. Zalea kicks it away. And see, this can get interesting.
A missed opportunity, Dusty. You go back to that last attack, and you've got a ball in the box, and I don't recall seeing a Viking in the box. Got to be a little more aggressive on the offensive end. In my opinion, now it's tough because their scheme and what coaches are telling players to do, how they want them to execute, but you've got an opportunity there to put some pressure on the opposing net, and an opportunity for Viewmont that they don't capitalize on.
So Reynolds and Benson come back on for the Bees. And what was the longest throw-in ends up being foiled there by the pressure of Viewmont.
Try to play to the middle, but just too much traffic there from the Bees' defense.
Get up that far sideline now. Again, Viewmont trying to find some way to get this ball deep in the Box Elder end, but can't do it. Now working through the middle. And again, the midfield for Viewmont said a lot in the first half, not so much here in the second. Came up big, but errant pass. Nice effort from Jesse Allen. Gibbons sends that one ahead, but it's Oki tracking it down, and Oki will get it back in the hands of the foot of Zalea. And Viewmont put the pressure right back on.
You talk about momentum, Dusty, and for the first 20 minutes of this second half, it was Box Elder momentum. You saw Viewmont start to get it going, and now all of a sudden a run for Box Elder going the other way has to be played out defensively.
That one goes out. 13 minutes and 20 seconds left here. Actually, call it 11:20 because you'll have stoppage at 2. As more substitutions come on for Box Elder. And that one goes through the back of the end zone, and we'll kick it away with Pitt. As again, intense 12 minutes and 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Plus stoppage here in the second half. That one. I thought Ashley Kuhn's smart there. Preserve some energy. I'm serious, yeah. You know, sometimes you hear something like, effort! Like, I'd rather have it in the last 30 seconds in these previous, you know it's gone. Brecklin call. Sit back. Try to work a little 3-man there, and nothing happening for Box Elder. There's Ashley Coombs.
Nice job getting back that time. Danes was just offside, able to get back on, but Ball ahead from Coons. Beyond hers, it trickles down to Zelaya.
And that one goes out of play, and we'll throw in with Viewmont around the 45-yard line. And Brecklin Call will come off. And Sam Jensen will come on. Pardon me, Sage Jensen.
Great closing speed again there by Evans. We've said that a number of times tonight.
Nice job there by Oki. And then there's also Glenn. Little things there for Box Elder, because that could have been a run out. Was off the shins of Halpa. But out of play, and we'll throw in with Haywood. Nearing the 10-minute mark. 8 minutes and 15 seconds until stoppage. A lot of changes coming on for Viewmont. Sid Anderson and Lydia Tate, or Lily Tate.
And Worsland as well. So Viewmont, last 10 minutes of regulation, coming back with some speed up front. Look for them to try some of those balls over the top of that back line of the Bees.
Missed on that pass. It was perfectly timed. It was setting up a very good look for Box Elder. They able to get it back, but Tate just can't get her foot on that one. Still in control, and there is a foul on Viewmont's number 14, McKenna Stacy. It'll be Oki.
You know one thing that we haven't seen today, Dusty? And I'm pretty new to girls soccer. We haven't seen a lot of salesmanship on the pitch, right? So there being contact, fouls. You see these young women get up pretty quickly and get on with the game, something that you don't see a lot of times in other leagues of soccer.
They're something more honest.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. You know, I see a lot more acting on the basketball floor.
Yeah.
One of my favorite point guards in the state used to do the head bob thing on any contact or the appearance of contact.
Yep. That's a compliment, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like we need to clarify ourselves sometimes these days.
Yeah,
That's a compliment.
you're right. Uh-oh, got a player a little lamed up here.
Okay.
Can't quite grab the number yet. Saw her leg, kind of got stuck there in the field.
It might be Glenn.
It is. Holly Glenn. Nice effort there. We'll wait just a couple minutes, see if we can. We'll help her off the field. So as I keep track of how much time is coming off here, it's about a minute or so.
Dusty's a fan of rounding up.
No, I'm a very curious. I'm just curious. You know, you have the stopwatch, and you kind of just keep adding up all the stoppage, and then you go, okay, now we'll go in reverse.
Yeah, he's got a little wristwatch. You see him there. He just clocked it in. So he's keeping time on his wrist, and he'll refer to that as we hit that 78th minute. Try and give us a full 80.
So it'll be Oki from way downtown. And we'll have a foul on Box Elder. Near 7 minutes remaining. 5 minutes to stoppage. We haven't seen any of the furious possessions yet, Dane. Still feeling pretty, not very tense anyway, at least from where we're sitting.
Yeah, I think Viewmont's done a nice job of settling into this match a little bit and really taking away some of that momentum that Box Elder had built up just 10, 15 minutes ago.
Jensen tried to send that one ahead and it's tracked down by Haywood. Jarman giving chase, and Haywood got around her, and will throw in around the 30-yard line. And that was a little miscommunication. Try to get that one through, but Vikings could not get to it. As it's just sent out of bounds by Isabel Saunders. Into the box, but well wide of the net. And it'll be Box Elder kicking it away. Three and a half till stoppage. As Alea will kick it away for Box Elder. And that one gets through the wickets. Sydney Anderson trying to track it down, and does. She has the goal for Viewmont. Nice pressure on the defense and then cleared out.
Guess who?
By correct call.
Oki.
Oh, it was Oki.
On the defense again.
I thought it was called that cleared it. Here comes Haywood. And we'll go back with Box Elder. As again, neither team Dane able to sustain an opportunity.
Yeah, but we've seen Viewmont again. We talked about they've withstood that Box Elder pressure, Dusty, and now we see them again starting to get that attack going. Very similar to what we saw in that first half. Do they have enough time to get an opportunity here in regulation?
Gibbons hangs this one up. Nicely done there by Box Elder. Oh, that went through the foot of Call. She's going to give chase and can't quite catch up to it, and we'll go the other way with Viewmont. Terrific hustle here in the last minutes by Mylan Daniels.
Great job stepping up.
But Haywood able to step through on that one. Now here comes a run. Everyone passes it up, and now we'll see who this goes on. And it goes on Brooke Worsland.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I thought both players certainly had contact they were responsible for. Whenever I have to make those tough decisions, Dusty, I flip a coin. That's no joke. I've got an app.
We're nearing stoppage here, 3:05.
Well, we talk about how good Worsland is. How about the defense of Kate Johnson? A couple times she's had to deal with the speedy sophomore, and she's been up to the task.
Yeah, I think Anderson got a little confused there. As we are nearing stoppage time, 2 minutes, about 35 seconds away from hitting that point. Zoki down the handle. Box Elder, they have a run in them. Call given chase. And that goes off of Viewmont. It could be a corner.
Great job that time by Call to play it off of Wadoops. And it leads to the Box Elder corner here, Dusty, is the 78th now complete.
So now at a stoppage, it'll be Call on the corner. They scored earlier off of a handball penalty. Online. And still hanging in the box. Can't get a good look on it. Left foot and wide.
That might have been Logan Totter who had the chance, Dusty.
Was it 26, 29 or?
I thought it was 28, but I don't see a
Okay.
28. So maybe it was.
Halpa.
Yeah, Hoppa.
Halpa there. I didn't.
Call the foul. Boy, I'm not certain on that one. There was no one around Hoppa, so I'm not quite certain where that came.
Mishandle there. Well, it was just hanging in the wind. Lots of contact there, and there's a foul on Box Elder.
Interesting. I think he was trying to call the foul, but eventually ruled that Viewmont had it long enough and let the play continue.
Did that ball not go off the tent over there?
Oh, I missed it.
Maybe I'm watching a different ball that went play in the background. And now there's a run from Kendi Johnson.
He's got Worsland in the box.
And a little too strong. It'll be a quick throw in. And the throw in sent right back out. Roseland again. And this will be a corner for Viewmont.
Could the Vikings give Box Elder a dose of their own medicine, Dusty?
And here's your best shot.
Everyone coming up for this corner kick. Well, no, sorry, rotation.
So Lily Tate from the corner. Ground ball. Roseland controls it. Back out. Tate now left foot. Kendi Johnson trying to keep it in, and that's
Should be
another
one.
Well, I don't think he ever got to the line there.
Oh, I think they said it was out of play before Kennedy Johnson got her head on it.
Some good contact there in the midfield. Tate trying to pass it back and does. Worsland giving herself
she
a
was
chance.
ruled offside. It was close, Dusty. She was trying to race back from where she was previously up in the box, and the far linesman saying that she didn't get back in time. It was certainly close. And that's regulation.
And that'll do it. So put some extra time on. So regulation can't handle it. You're watching a Region 5 game at our Tosh Game of the Week on DeseretNews.com.
Able to kind of get past the schneid there a little bit, come out with some nice aggressive play to end the second half, but to no avail, and we're in OT.
We'll play 2 10-minute halves, or the first one to score.
We talk about how big a victory would be for Box Elder. Even a tie has that power to separate them from Roy if they were to win out. Giving up a goal with the way that they've played, we feel it would just be a tough way to drop this one for the Bees.
Call was begging for a ball ahead. Never got it. Couldn't get a good foot on it. Here comes Brooklyn Worsland. Trying to track down that ball on the far side. And she's out.
And that's been one of the changes that we've seen in the second half, Dusty, is the defense of Box Elder. I mean, if you go back to that first half, multiple runs, opportunities for Viewmont trying to send that ball over the top of the back line. And in the second half and beyond, Box Elder's been aware and they've been alert.
Got this one ahead. Here comes Brooklyn Worsland.
Onside.
Nice hustle, and now goes well wide of the net.
That was a great job. Again, Box Elder, that defense has been much more constrictive in the second half. And it looked like maybe had a 2-on-none. And next thing you know, Box Elder in a good enough place defensively to prevent a shot on frame.
Again, Box Elder going to put back some pressure. Is Jensen giving chase, but Gibbons is back, and there'll be a throw in for the Bees. As Call throws in. Jarman tried to send that back out the call and broken up. Here's Glenn. Good to see her back on the field after going out with an injury. That handled cleanly by Pitt. Lots of contact. But again, not much there as
Boy, they've got
Allen.
Stacy, and they just won't send it out to her.
Jansen hit the deck and gets a goes right at Halpa. And again, Viewmont putting pressure on. Jensen tried to get that one wide and couldn't get there. Here's Glenn. She's able to punch it through. Here comes the chase from Jensen. But it's right in the hands of Pitt.
That one well out in front of Ricks. Not a bad idea there for Box Elder.
Hoppa able to go back and get that one, but she sends it out. It'll be a throw in here for Viewmont. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first overtime. Again, first goal wins. They'll play 2 10-minute periods here. It'll be a corner. Gets a nice bend on it. Gibbons cut it too squarely on the forehead.
Got to be able to bring that down off the head, and couldn't do it.
Nice battle there in midfield. Glenn missed on that one, but then able to get ahead here for Box Elder, and now run out Jensen, but that'll be cleaned up easily by Pitt.
One of the things we've seen the last couple times where Box Elders looked for getting some of those long balls, and maybe a little delayed reaction by that back line of Viewmont.
Got a good foot on that one, sent it toward the front of the net. Plenty of white jerseys down there, but nice job if you want to get it out. But here comes one bouncing through, and Pitt able to handle it easily.
Well, that one pinballing around in the box. A nice job by Viewmont just mudding it up enough and forcing the shot from 20 yards out.
Lots of contact and even more, and now Glenn will pick up the foul. Gibbons brings it near side. Kennedy Johnson. Johnson tries to lob it in and does.
Goalie's out.
Worsley is going to crawl in!
Call it, Matt, call it. Goal by Brooke Worsland.
How about
Worsland
that?
with the game winner.
End of regulation. Vikes win 2-1.
And the Lady Vikings sweep the season series 2-0 on Box Elder.
Dusty, we talked earlier in this match about how decisive you have to be as the keep, and maybe a little bit of a delayed reaction, but eventually coming out was Zelaya, and a fantastic job by Worsland utilizing her speed, which really was on display multiple times in the game tonight. And just as she scored the game winner in game number 1, it's Brooke Worsland with the game winner in game number 2.
Viewmont taking a stranglehold of Region 5, taking the season series away from Box Elder. Dane, your player of the match.
Well, I think when you have a game winner in overtime, and let alone 2 goals of the 3 against Box Elder this year coming from Brooke Worsland, the sophomore, going to give her the honor of our player of the match. Congratulations to Brooke and to really the entire Viewmont squad on a solid 2-1 victory in overtime over Box Elder.
Congratulations to Viewmont getting the 2-1 win over Box Elder. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week presented by the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. To learn more, and if anything's going on with you, if you're having any injuries that are lingering, get a free injury assessment. Call 801-314-4040. Again, for Vince and Dane, I'm Dusty. Thanks for joining us. Watch the Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week on DeseretNews.com.